Hi traders, welcome to a new update on the euro dollar and pound dollar from Elite Currency. Today, of course, a big pound event on the interest rate, so that will have a big impact. But let's take a look beforehand what could happen. So let's kick off with this pound dollar. Basically, downtrend, of course. Look at the price below the 21 EMA, indicating very strong downtrend already lasting for almost 1,000 pips. And basically, you can see that price is now trying to break for the first time. Is testing the 21 EMA. This could be quietness before the big news event on the interest rate. It's possible, and that this could be just consolidation for one more push lower. As you can see, the WIS levels, all right, which is a special tool looking at using Fibonacci sequence levels to indicate the best spaces, where we can expect the most impulse, basically, is indicating that if price does manage to break through this support zone, that there could be a fall down to about 134, which is the 6th WIS level. It's now kind of halfway to 5th and 6th level, which is an area where typically consolidations occur. So you can see that price fell the quickest between 3 and 4, between 4 and 5, and then it starts to slow down. This is typical when using our WIS tool, and you can download the free version on ecs.start package on our homepage. So basically, pound dollar would need to break through this support trend line, and there could be a break down to the 6th level. Of course, price could even make it further. If it breaks below the 6th, it could extend even to the 7th, perhaps. But that's looking further down the line. We'll have a new video before that by the weekend. So, alternatively, if price breaks through this resistance, it's looking like a bear flag at this moment. But if it does break through that resistance, then there could be a bigger correction, maybe up to level 4, for instance. We can put a fib from about here to see what the fibs could say. You can see that price stopped around the 23.6 fib. So it could move up to the 38, 50, 61.8 zone and perhaps turn at one of these fibs. All right, so we have to take it step by step as price approaches those fibs. So that's key. 136 is key. 135 is key. Price will need to break above or below those round levels for a bullish breakout or a bearish breakout. And until then, we don't know. Yesterday and the day before, there were 2 dojis in a row. Lots of indecision, a big battle between bears and bulls, but no winner as yet. So if it does break to the upside, you can see that there's a 21 EMA band coming on the daily chart that could act as resistance. That's around 137.30, 138.25. So that's an entire kind of resistance zone to be aware of. There's a 144 EMA around 137.10. So that's a resistance zone to be aware of. And if it does move down, as you can see, then it would go perhaps to the 4th level on the daily chart and the 6th on the 4-hour chart. So very much depends on the news event, how that will be interpreted, how the rate decision will be interpreted, and the bearish and bullish break would have some space, but not a ton of space. Why? Because if it breaks down like this, then after that, there's a good chance that there could be a bigger ABC correction. If it breaks up, then there's a chance there could be an ABC correction down, because it could be a bigger ABC. All right, so there is some space, but not a ton of space. The most space is down in here, below 134, down to about 130, with, of course, do be aware of the 132.50 quarter level. But there's the most space. That's really when the trend would even accelerate more than we can imagine right now. It's possible, but we have to see price really push into that zone first of all. All right, euro dollar, looking at a very neat downtrend channel here, 221 EMA, giving a very good indication of the trend, and is one of our most powerful concepts when trading with SWAT. And of course, we also send our live setups in ECS Live based on SWAT. And euro dollar is a trade we actually took on the 50-minute chart. Our 50-minute SWAT setup worked out well. 25 pip stop loss, 60 pip win. And now euro dollar is making kind of a consolidation at this moment around 118.25, and the high here was around 119. So basically, a break above this channel and the 21 EMA could see a bigger correction on the euro dollar, and we could put a fib perhaps from here to here, for instance, to see where this wave 4 could end. And any of these fibs, 38, 50, 61.8 fib, could be a turning spot for that continuation of the wave 5. That could, I'm not sure if it will go all the way to level 7 necessarily, but it could go to these fib targets, for instance. All right. So that could be a bigger retracement on the euro dollar, but I'm expecting a turnaround. So something like this, and then one more lower low, because I think this could be a wave 4, and down it goes for a wave 5. But it has hit the level 6, or it was very close to it. So I think the euro dollar is running kind of a little bit out of space at this moment, and I think that a bearish break could make maybe one more lower low, but there's not much space there before I think there's some kind of bounce possible on the euro dollar. It's really kind of, I'm not saying that the downtrend is necessarily immediately over, but it is kind of running out of space, I think. Not much juice there left. 117.50 might be a level to think about, but for the downside, but it is really tight. 1 hour chart, price would need to break below this support trend line, and then we could get a continuation to the downside. So this support trend line could be a good measurement for that downside break, maybe to 118, 117.50, but not much space there. On a lower time frame, still could be okay. Upside break, though, is getting close. You can see that this is breaking the second time above the 21 EMA, and it's challenging the resistance trend channel. So yes, a break above about 119, above the 21 EMA, and these bottoms could see that bigger breakout on the euro dollar to the upside. But if we zoom out to the daily chart, all right, we can see that here probably that's where we have bigger space, but a move back to the 21 EMA around 120.50 could be very possible on the euro dollar before we see a continuation to the downside. So all in all, keep an eye on these trend lines, the support and the resistance channel, and 119, and also 117.50, 117, 118 as a target, potential target for smaller trades to the downside. All right, that's it. Euro dollar, pound dollar, interesting spots, big downtrends, but you know, some corrections maybe could finally start. Let's see. We'll have an update this weekend, of course, as always, and wish you all good trading. More info about us at elitecurrency.com. Wish you all good trading. Cheers.